Here I am observing a STAR class in the English Language Development Academy, ELDA, at my school. The ELDA Academy is designed as a program for teaching academic English, providing support for immigrant students as they go through the acculturation process and assist immigrant families in understanding the American educational system for first through third year students in the country. This teacher is a third year ELTA STAR and STAR L 7th and 8th grade math teacher. The class is 100% LEP population. During this observation, I will be looking at ELL and LEP strategies used in class by the teacher to maximize student engagement. One thing to notice is what happens when a student doesn't know what a translation to a particular word. Walsh has the math objective, language objective, and math vocabulary used for the lesson posted for the class. This is the three different classes that she teaches, along with the teaks and the ELPs that she's going over and using that day, so that the students can read and see for themselves what they're doing. Teacher also utilizes sentence stems to help in guiding students in answering and asking questions as well. Here we have the teacher's essential questions for 7th and 8th grade, which would have been the 8th grade essential questions for the lesson on that day today. Here is a vocabulary word wall to help with like anchors of support, to check for better understanding of terms gone over with definitions and all, and examples of each of those terms on the word wall. And finally, teachers has examples of exceptional student work displayed. This is on the back wall for students to see. Some vocabulary words are just terms. Since this is a ELL or a LEP predominant classroom, then the teacher has English as well as words translated to their Spanish counterparts. PEMDAS and slope intercept form, which we did use a lot this year in 8th grade. So this tool could have been something that was utilized and very informative.
And so we are certain and confident that our students will make us proud by behaving and asking any questions that are relevant to the work that you do. This morning we do have some students that will not be present because they will be going off campus for a field trip. So teachers, please make sure that you release the NJHS students and the student council students, as they will be departing by 9 a.m., but they have to assemble in the cafeteria by 8:30, so please make sure that you look at that list. More importantly, please know that I know that this is Friday, and usually we have a Friday belt schedule. However, because of the meetings that we will be having with those who are here for career day, we are not going to be following the Friday bell schedule, so the bells have been turned off. We will be following the Monday through Thursday schedule, so this is the regular week schedule. So please make sure that you keep track of the time, and there will be no bells that we not going to figure out how to change them. So please make sure not to release students any time earlier before the time that we are needed to do so. So your assistance on this matter will be greatly appreciated. So please continue to help us with that. So students, we want to go ahead and congratulate all of you 8th graders and 7th graders who have done an exceptional job with your social studies fair. I am currently working on scoring them, and so I want to just highlight the amazing work that you all have done under the direction of your teachers, Ms. Ati Wanzuro, Mrs. Torres, and Rangel, and Ms. Black, and Mr. Segura, and anyone else who may have been involved. So thank you, teachers, for involving your kids. But we will be announcing the results probably on Monday or Tuesday, rather, since Monday there is no school. So as we leave you this morning, let me leave you with a final thought of the day, and this one is on role models. So students, have you ever thought about who your role models are, who you look up to, and who you respect, whom you want most to be like? So Confucius, an ancient Chinese teacher, says the following. He said, when we see people of worth, we should think of equaling them. In other words, we should see someone doing good and positive things in the world. We should think about being as good and positive in our special way. Confucius goes on to say, when we see people of contrary character, we should turn inward and examine ourselves. He's saying that when we see someone doing things that are against what we know is good or positive, we should ask ourselves the question, as is that person a good role model for me? Is that person someone whom I should imitate? Or is that person what's best for me? Today, students, make sure that you take a look at whom you are holding up as a role model. Then think about what the teacher says and take another look. There's something to think about. You can always make it a great day or not. The choice is always yours. Enjoy your day.
What is the first step for solving equation? One, we combine the variable, and it's first we divide the second is that it's combining the variable.
Yes, very good. Round of applause, please. Beautiful math language. Whoa, you're all asleep. Round of applause, please. Wake up. Ladies, I need to hear from you by this point.
Well, then what we need to do,
Oh.
what we need to add, say, 3n plus.
So we need to add.
We need to add 3n plus n.
Very good. Beautiful. Round of applause. You just said that? Okay, we'll do it again. Okay, he'll do it again professionally. Very good, thank you. Round of applause. Oh yeah, she's saying, what else is after that? What else is after that?
N.
N. How do you say that in English?
A ver, N.
Okay, you can, friends help, classmates help and say it in English.
N.
N.
Okay.
The next step, the next step is plus 2 equal 57.
That was perfect, Lorena. Very good English. Round of applause for that.
And then we solve for n. For the first step, the subtract. Subtract what?
The fifth is subtract 57.
Very
Why
good.
subtract 2?
Because de lo contrario es no.
Okay. So somebody help say that in English, please.
Is it opposite?
Ahora,
Opposite.
opposite
Of what?
de
No. How do you say this right here in English?
Sumar.
What's the opposite of sumar? How do you say it in English? Do you say it in English?
Add.
Add.
No,
Oh.
Add. Repeat. Add.
Add.
Thank you.
Extra.
57
Oops. Very
What
good.
happened with these two numbers? Cancel. Then we bring down 11.
But me was correct. That's beautiful. Give a shout out, class. What's the answer?
Five.
Oh, the answer. Hold on. The answer is.
The answer is 5.
Very good. Round of applause for Dara. Okay, my leaders, you have 10 seconds to collect those forms and put it in the basket. 10, 9, 8, counting fast. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, Alex. Eyeballs on me right here, please. I see section 1's eyeballs. I see section 2's eyeballs, and I see section 3's eyeballs. All right. Today we will solve algebra problems to prepare for the 9th grade. Today we will solve algebra problems to prepare for 9th grade. Beautiful. All right. Yes. Oh, that was wrong. Charity, can you pass these up? Thank you, Alex. No comprendo. No comprendo. Okay. What do you not understand? Can you,
that fun?
huh? What do you not understand?
¿Qué pasa? Que acá no vas a estar, ¿verdad?
5, please. Thank you. All right. So I know what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of what we've been learning over the last few weeks and just keep adding a step. So we're going to talk about what you have been doing, polynomials. You're going to add and subtract polynomials. So the first step, show me your foldable. Can you let Carrie in, please? Do you mind letting him in? You're going to fold it like this where it has a tab. Do you need help doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. That's not better than I said it. The next step is get out your scissors. Thank you. Derek, thank you. Thank you for doing this part. You're going to cut where the marks are.
Hey, I'm Mr. Hey, I'm Mr.
Okay, and then thank you for helping him. Oh yeah, there's a pair missing. All right, and then mine looks like this right now.
Welcome, Mr.
Okay, okay, you have 10 seconds to finish this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Look at the first problem. Look at the first and second problem on this paper. How does this look, the same or different than what we've been doing? Talk with your shoulder partner about that. Dara, you can talk with the group in front of you or behind you. ¿Es ese lo mismo o diferente de otros problemas en esta clase para esta semana? Problema número 1 y problema número 2. ¿Qué es diferente? ¿Qué es lo mismo? What is different and what is the same?
The same is, no,
Talk with your friend after.
es diferente.
What do y'all think? Is this different, diferente, lo mismo? ¿De otros problemas? The same? How? ¿Por qué es lo mismo? Okay, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to me, please. Thank you. Luis, what did your group talk about?
They say the different they have squares.
Okay, they have squares. Have we seen squares yet? Have we seen that? Go ahead. Cube. They have cube. Okay, we've maybe seen that. What else is maybe that's the same or different? That looks different to some of you. Dara, what did your group come up with?
Yeah, it's different because we have four squares. Well, X squared and X cubed.
Okay. Lorena, so go call your group.
Basically, the plus is square and cube, and then to plot, add.
Okay. What do y'all think we're gonna do with problem? What do you all think we're gonna do with problem 1? How would we solve for this problem? Alex Estrada, ¿qué es posible con este problema? What is possible? Okay, say that in English, please. Somebody help him.
¿Cómo dijiste, güey?
There's plenty of you in here that can help him say that in English. Hacer. How do you say? What does hacer mean in English?
Doing.
Oh, I thought you said hacer. I'm still waiting. You solve it. How? Okay, I'll wait for a different answer. Gordo, what were you going to say?
I think that we need to add the reason in the bracket, and then we get the answer, then we add both.
Okay, so you possibly solve it in the brackets. All right, I think some of these are good ideas. Let's open this up, please, to the first one. All right. Look at the blanks right here. What words do you think will possibly go there that we've been talking about, the vocabulary that we've been talking about? What is the possible vocabulary that we've been talking about? Think about it before you shut up. You can talk to your shoulder partner about it. Okay, JB, what did you think? What do you think? I saw you talking over to Alex Estrada. Huh? Look at that. What did y'all come up with? Okay. Oh, good. He said, 5, please. He said he thinks one of these blanks is an exponent. Is that? Do y'all agree with him? Is that a vocabulary word we talked about? All right. That'll be one of the steps. The exponents we're not going to change, but there's something first when we look at this problem that we need to solve it for. I think Gorda was on the right track. She was like, we got to combine things, right? So, very good. We're going to combine like terms. Very good. We are going to combine like terms. So repeat after me. Combine.
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 Like.
Like.
Terms.
Term.
Perfect. All right. So now when we look at this, it has an add. What do you think we're going to do with these two things? Mario, what are we going to do with these two things? How are we going to combine them? Somebody help him say that in English, please. Okay, we're going to add. How? For us. How are we going to add those? I'll wait. Okay, you know, can you say that in English, please? You do not know. Who thinks they know? Luis. Adding the what? The final answer? For the both of them? That's very good. So what if we remove this add? Do you think this add sign is going to change any of these things? No. So what if we did this? We want to combine everything, so we're going to add. Your paper should look like my paper right now. Does that look like what we've been doing now? Santiago, does this look like something we can do now? This problem? Yes? So how can we combine those things? What's the first step? Look in your foldable if you don't know, on page. Right here. What's the first step?
Here I am observing a 7th grade inclusion math class with 47% special education students and 47% ELL students. The students within the class had a 55% pass rate on the 2013-2014 STAR test. The class is taught by a 4th-year middle school math teacher, a special educational teacher and a department chair, and another certified math teacher serving as a tutor. During this observation, I will be observing the effectiveness of a co-teaching model within an inclusion classroom. This is Ms. Jones' word wall to help with anchors of support and vocabulary in her class. It's for students to reference whenever they have trouble identifying or defining a term or remembering what strategy is used to tackle a specific problem. Is really helpful for SPED students to refer back to, especially. This is the learning objective along with the covered TEAC for that day, as well as the language objective and essential questions for the given lesson on that day or specific week. Here's a display of great and exceptional student work in the back of the class so that students can identify which of what work is exceptional, as well as on the walls other anchors of support, student work, really student-led rather than a teacher-led classroom.
Adding and subtracting integer practice in front of you, as well as your solving two-step equations. Just in case I haven't shown you, turn to the side. Oh wait, sorry, it turns over. What's wrong? Are you ready to hold it? Don't bring it to me. What's this? What? I'm going to see what. Sir, here, push it. Good. I need you to push it. Thank you. I'm sorry for that. I always do that. Always out to everybody. We need to have it out.
Yes, ma'am.
Everything that was left out, they put some. What?
My paper I did.
There's one up here. Is it this one, Ty? Did you write, I think, on it?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Oh, the girls are there? Thank you, ladies. Okay, so turn on the side that says solving two-step equations. Solving two-step equations. Everybody's on that side. Turn it down. Let me see. Got it done? Who can tell me, Frank, I need your attention. I need y'all to get out. One and only time I need. Turn on the side, like I just said, of solving two-step equations. I need your focus. All right. So, does anybody remember how to put this in that you could find what 103 is? And who can tell me? Here's your first question. If it says 10x, what side did I ask you to be on? If 10x plus 23 equals 103, what is 103? Your total, what would be another word for total? Amount, what's another word for amount?
Product.
Thinking about tables and graphs, if 10x plus 23 equals 103, what will 103 be on a table? Your y, thank you, Esperanza, beautiful. Your y. What's another word for your y?
Alpha.
Thank you, Diego. I need somebody to do the word algebra, but he's so smart. Thank you very much, sir. So who knows how I can put this in that I can find my answer without calculating anything? What would I do? Who knows what button I would push? How do I do this? Anybody got a guess what I could do with that equation?
You gotta put the 10x plus.
Put it where though? But where? How do I put it in there?
There's a number right there, then there's a symbol.
But I have to do something first. What? Yes, y equals. Thank you, Jenny. You push y equals. Everybody do that and let me see. Hold your calculators up so I can see them. Push the y equals button and then hold them up. Put the y equals button and hold them up so I can see them. Thank you. I can't see some of yours. Simple instructions. Y equals and hold it up so I can see. Okay, thank you. Alejandro, got it? Yes, sir. Boys, let me see. Yes, sir. Good. Alex? Where's the others? Let me see, Luis. All right. So you have your y equals. While you're at your y equals, I need you to put in 10. And remember, the x is right under the mode button and right next to the alpha button. 10x. Did everybody get 10x? Yeah. You see where the x is? It's the black button right there. Yes or no? 10x plus 23. That's what I need y'all to put. Nothing else. Don't push anything else. I'm going to come check. 10x plus 23. 10x plus 23. 10x plus 23. Good. 10x. And I'll tell you, I don't want you to graph it yet. I don't want you to graph it. Y equals first, dude. I don't want you to graph it yet. I just want you to show me that it's there. Now, we're not going to graph it. This one, we need a minute. Okay, we're not going to graph it. We're going to hit this. Notice up there above graph, it says what in blue? It says the word in blue above graph. What does it say? Table. Table. And it's blue, so we have to hit what first? Second. So let's hit second, graph. It gives us a table. If you hit second and then graph, it will give you a table. Do that and let me see. Mommy? Yeah. And so when you look for y is 123, it gives you an answer. That means this. That's wrong. And then you hit second. Now, no. Yes. The answer is what? You're looking for what? What are we looking for? Careful. Stop, think.
We're looking for the 103.
What did y'all tell me the 103 was? Your x or your y?
Y.
So on the side that says y, scroll down and look for 103. When you find 103, what is your x?
X is 8.
So your answer is what? 8. X equals 8. Very good. X equals 8. Easy trick. They never have to solve the one-step equations again. If they remember. Got it? Who didn't get that? Who needs me to show them again? I'm looking. You don't need to grab this when you do a second grab. Okay. The next one's 3 seconds. There you go. Okay? Anybody not okay? Anybody not get it? Any questions, problems, issues, concerns, thoughts, ideas? Everybody got it? It's an easy way to deal with your two-step equations. All of them can be put in like that, even the one that says x over 17. It'll work just the same. So all of them can be done the same way. Work on those, see if you can figure them out. I don't care which side of this sheet you start on. Remember, on the integer side, you don't need to put in a positive. If it tells you it's a positive 3 or a positive 4, don't put an extra plus. It'll give you an error. Use the one on my desk, Alex. You're going to stand out there and drive me nuts. Use this one. Your table. Where you can all get started in our room. Everybody else is halfway done. We were just not sharp like that. All right. Any other questions? Anybody need to do anything else? No? No? Yes? No? I guess. Is it your birthday today? Happy birthday!
Well, you typed it in, right?
Happy birthday, Christian. Anybody need any help? Calculator help? Trouble? Let me see. Stop me if I pass by and you're stuck. Stop me so I can assist. You doing okay? Okay, start trying to put in that next one. Make sure you always clear it when you go back to your y equals. Make sure you clear it before you put in the next one, or it's going to give you some very weird table. Because it's going to grab both equations and it's a different situation. So make sure you clear it when you go back to your y equals. Make sure you clear it. Frank, did you get it? Good. Rodrigo, good. Alejandro? Jocelyn? Doing your work early? Are you having trouble with Mr. Cool's class, or you just do one? Oh, okay. So that's why they just offer my room like this, bed and breakfast.
Are you sure he asked you to ask him?
No, he asked me.
That's nice. All day. Let's go. Anybody stuck? I need to try the next. If you want to know if you did it right, you can always plug back your x in. So you can say 10 times x is 80. 80 plus 23 is 103. You can always plug it back in. 56 divided by 14 is what? 4? Negative 1 plus 4 is 3. So you can always plug your x back in to check and see if you did it properly. It's never a bad thing to do. Double check your work. Never a bad thing to do. So this says 7 times 22 is 152 plus 24 is 200. Oh, yeah, that's 5 times. That's what the bar is like. Why don't you get this one? Happy with it? Okay, let's go to y equals. And then clear. So let's do negative 1. That's minus 1. Minus 1. Negative 1. Find your negative. Find your negative 1.
Okay, what period is?
There's a finish one side.
Is that right? Is that what you know?
Can you just show them? Don't you good with that? You just show them the transfer first. And then I'll let you try to do one more time. You do something else? What do you want to do? Yeah. Okay, -1. Plus. And then it says excellent token is to put that in parentheses if you want. So what does this say? Read this to me. No, that person is coming from, we touch the whole numbers and stuff like that. -1 plus what? -1 plus. You don't know that is? Okay, X. What does that mean? That doesn't mean 14. It's a number. So what does it mean? Okay, so read this to me as a number. Very nice, that's what you need to do. Anybody else stuck? Miami? Jenny? Edita? Gloria? Y'all not arguing over the math today? One of those section of girls that fight every day about the math. Very smart, all of them, and they scream at each other for 30 minutes. It all comes out right, but they fight like cats and dogs about the math.
My way is better. My way is better.
But what?
No, I'm saying they can
Oh,
fight off about their way.
they get it, somebody has it wrong, somebody has it right, they scream and scream about it. And they argue, and then one of them gets mad and turns around and want to talk to the other one, and then they go back together 5 minutes later. And then eventually they all four bring me paper saying, we're done. That's their process. Their thought process. Those four over there, my gangster boys, I call them. See, they just know who they are. They say they thugged out, but they smarter than everybody else in the room. They're smarter than everybody else in the room. Genius, my genius gangsters. Somebody let me help, I'm bored. I know, I'm supposed to get stuff. I know, I need mass confusion here. I need something to do with mass confusion. Roberto, you're super lost, right? Oh, man. Ismael, you're so confused you're about to cry, right? Come on now. You need my help. Okay, let me pretend you need my help. What is this, dude? No. Okay, yeah, I'm in.
So little.
He raised.
Yeah, but it makes a big difference. That could change.
They just rewrite the problem. Yeah, they better put it in the way on the paper. What did they say? They put it in every one. The fight was also the calculator. You can use this calculator, find the -1. That's not it. Find it. Look at every can to did you see the negative button? See how easy that was? All you had to do was
Exactly.
give you 2 seconds.
Then put
Next
plus.
one, plus.
What about plus?
What that mean? I told you what the X button is. You know that one, X? And you know over. What does that over mean? What operation is that? No, it doesn't say X minus 14. What does it say? What should that be? That says, yes, we know what it is. Divide that. Then you use it. 14. I'm not gonna get down to it, no. Okay, now second. Table. Alright. See, you could do it. I'm not gonna get down, but I'm not writing it down for you.
Opposite mindset.
If I can stand there and you can find it, you can find it when you're not standing there.
So you get your son to the sun. That's what you learn when you quit it.
Find when y is 3, sweetheart. Go down and find when y is 3. Make sure you're on the y side. When you find when y is 3. Come on, keep going. Sharon,
Down.
sir? Are you up here?
That makes sense?
Okay, thank you. Boys, y'all good? No, boys. Y'all smart, you need
You
something?
can use it. Calculator
Good?
division.
The other smart one. You good? Don't be on the other side. The girl not fighting today, they all into that calculator. They're so quiet. I can't function without the sound of them arguing. My little fork, I'm one down in the middle. When they not fighting all the way through class, it sounds weird. Come on in, dear, yell at Gloria or something. Yell at Estrella. Turn around and tell her something. Y'all are creeping me out because you're not normal. You helping me put it in? Very nice, thank you. See? And now you got it. You know, comfortable. That can't grab. Don't just grab because you want the table.
Yeah, basically.
No, you don't want to grab.
Yeah, this is still a -1 just because there's a minus right here. That actually belongs with the other thing. That's a -1. Just because it's like that, it's still no thing.
Where's
A lot of people can't grasp that concept, but you sort of get used to it. You get used to it.
No. The one side. There's not one. Over to the one side.
Right here, I got it right there.
So let's go down. When y is 3, what is x? Find 3 on the not 1, 2, 3. So what is it? Oh, it's 3. So what is x and y is 3? What is x? Good, here's your answer, ladies. Try this next one. Go back to your y. Now, start here. Trying to get it. Go back to your y. What is that? Yes, so where's your x? Yeah. That's your y. And then how do you find the table? No, what are you doing? That's not a 29. X divided by 2. Right? You have to look, here's your problem. That doesn't say divided by. You're not paying attention. You're done, sweetheart. Thank you. Appreciate it. Help somebody around you. No. Very nice. Good. So you're going to keep a while at 29. So we're going to put that. Very good. Bravo.
The teacher in the elder classroom had 16 out of 16 students actively engaged in solving the warm-up independently, as well as explaining their solution. During the explaining part, one student led the discussion with the other students as she would randomly select classmates to answer with the teacher moderating or guiding in the background. Sentence stems were posted around the room to assist students in their explanation of the problem. Throughout my observation, I felt the teacher provided multiple anchors of support for students, including sentence stems, word wall, and interactive notebooks. These anchors provide the student a better opportunity to comprehend new material in a new language. I recommend a vocabulary section in each student's interactive notebook where students can have new terms identified to reference. This would also help students learn correct English language terms to counter their Spanish translations. Next time, we'll look for how the teacher uses technology as a resource in the classroom. In the 7th grade inclusion classroom, students enter class picking up a warm-up handout and continue to another area to pick up a calculator before taking their seats and starting their warm-up. 14 of the 16 students in the class was actively engaged in working to a solution to the problem. The students were heterogeneously grouped, placing a special education student with a general education student. In order to be most effective with the special education co-teacher, those groups having special education students could be grouped in closer proximity to each other to provide easier access for the inclusion teacher to get around to each individual group. Having calculators next to the warm-up rather than having the students walk to another area in the classroom would allow for students to get to their seats quicker to provide them more time to complete their assignment. The general education teacher, special education teacher, and tutor all actively monitor students and provided assistance for those students having trouble completing their work. The teacher included a vocabulary word wall for students to reference in case they could not define a term on their own or needed help remembering which strategy is appropriate as well.